Go. Okay.
Okay. Legends married when the Lee traded for the old gray mare.
I don't think so.
Okay. He traded for old gray, and well, she wasn't the old gray mare. She was a pretty thing. She was a young one. And Lum Cantrell lived here at that time. He traded to Lum, traded a horse of some kind to Lum for the gray mare. Well, me and him and Dad all went down to the bottom to pick a load of corn. And I had to go along and pick the down road where the wagon run over it. I hated that. But anyways, we got our load of corn and we was going to take it over to the Helton place. And we started up went to the speed bottom and went up that way. Just when we got on the steep part of the hill, well, this gray mare sat down in the harness.
Oh no!
And bopped on Lee. And he tried everything in the world to get that horse to go, and it wouldn't go. So Dad had Tommy, of course, and we started the house because it was getting late in the evening, and we was going to get home before dark. So we started the house, and as Dad had told Lee, he said, you should have kept your horse you had, not traded for that old balky gray mare. And so that was all he said to him.
Mm-hmm.
And we started on to the house. As we started by Lee, well, Dad started singing the old gray mare is not what she used to be. How I know Lee brought the old gray mare back over to Lime and traded it back, but I don't know how he got this load of corn to the house.
No, I never heard about the old gray mare.
Well, he was always good at solving problems, though. If anything went wrong, he knew what to do.
He took it back home, huh?
Yeah. I know he brought it back to Lum, but I don't know what he traded off.
Oh man.
But Dad, he was that little grin that he had on his face, and he started singing the old gray mare's not what she used to be. Of course, that made Lee that much madder.
Yeah.
You know, there was a elderly man that I knew that he's passed away now, but he said when people didn't have radios and things like that, they sang all the time.
Yeah, Dad used to. He'd sing to us in the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of reading stories to us, he'd sing to us.
And what kind of songs did he sing?
Anything.
A lot of people sang religious songs, but then there was some old time songs that people sang
Yeah.
too.
I can't remember now.
My grandma always sang religious songs.
Yeah. What was your grandpa and grandma's name that lived up there?
Ellis and Bell.
Yeah,
That's
Bell.
named after her.
And where did they live?
Up there where Daddy built that new house.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Well, who? Wasn't it Jess lived in one house and they lived in the other?
Well, Uncle Jess did moved in the old house. So Grandpa went and built a little 2-roomed house
I knew
for
it.
him and Grandma. And we always called it the Grandpa house.
I knew it wasn't very big.
So the guy that bought it, that lives there now, when me and Pat and Chrissy went down there the day of the reunion, I said, "You tore the Grandpa house down."
Well, didn't he build the grandpa house and him and his wife moved into it and let their son and his family live in the larger house?
Yeah, in the old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he tore the grandpa house down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was bad. It was.
He said
He has actually tried to recondition and save the houses that he can, and he's fixed the barn up and he's fixed the house up.
He's trying to keep everything just like we had it, you know.
And he's working on the spring house. He's trying to fix it up. But you know, there was a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Oh, who's he?
Where they?
They came from like Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They looked all over
young-
for a place they wanted to
Kind of
live,
young couple.
and they found that farm. It was just what they wanted.
Yeah, he said when they drove along the road over there by the field, he looked over there and he said, "That's what I want." And then they bought it.
When I used to live there with Grandma, I would be out on the front porch, and I could look over at the road, and I could see, you know, like we were expecting family or something to come in for the weekend, and I could see them come along the road and know that it's coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like hearing somebody come over the bridge or whatever, you know. And
And my dad, he used to sit there on that front porch and watch for some of the kids coming along over there.
Yeah. I
I
didn't know
remember
that.
that road going down through there, and you could look over across.
yeah.
Like in Savannah, see, I babysat her until Penny moved her to Kansas City. She stayed here with me. She'd come home from school and stay here until Penny got off work. But anyway, she was about 3 or 4 years old, and we, up there on the other side of Manus, there by Bray's, before you get to where Ratteries lived, there's open field down here. And anyways, we was going down one day, and she was about 3 years old, I guess. She looked off down there. She said, "Grandma," I said, "look down through there." I said, "That's just a picture book."
Oh,
Well, we were thinking that as we were coming from Lebanon to here, some of the big valleys and stuff, they're just beautiful, and they look a lot like Scotland. You know, people that have been here say how much it reminds them of Scotland.
Really?
Hmm.
I'll never forget.
I think that's why they picked this, because they were Scottish and the terrain looked really good to them.
Maybe
More
it's-
like the terrain here is more like Scotland than if you go up where we live.
Huh. But I'll never forget Savannah looking over her, so little, you know.
Mhm.
And she looked down there. "Grandma, look," said, "that looks just like a picture book."
no. She's heard someone say something like that.
Now, how old is she now?
She's 15.
15.
That's
Mhm.
her up there.
Yeah. Well, pictures are sometimes deceiving, so I thought I'd. Yeah. So there's about 6 years between her and her brother.
Yeah. She was born in June and he was born in October.
So is Heath still single?
Yeah.
And he doesn't farm. He works somewhere?
He works in a coffee shop in Kansas City.
Really? He goes up there and stays through the week?
No, he stays up there.
Oh, he stays in Kansas City. I thought he lived in this area somewhere.
Heath lives over here, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So the son works in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Heath's son works in a
Heath
coffee
works down Kabul at, what is it? DFA?
Is it a factory or?
It used to be Mid-Am. And now they call it DFA.
Is that a lumber yard or something?
No, he makes all this drinks and things.
Oh, they make drinks, bottled drinks.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. And he drives to Kabul.
and he's been, this last week, he worked 2 days, 3 nights. He's off today and tomorrow.
Does he work like through the night, or does he work till like 11 at night, or?
It's different things, whatever they put him to do.
See, I couldn't work through the night. I could work till 11 at night, but I couldn't work through the night.
He works sometimes through the night, sometimes he gets off at 11, sometimes he goes in at 11.
That's
Well,
rough.
I've worked nights.
It's hard though to switch back and forth a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I told him. I said I couldn't keep
That
track
would-
of it.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
That
I'd
would
never be rested.
hard.
Y'all can keep talking.